going on, YouTube? Back with another video. BMX Trash Talk here, and thank you for tuning in. Well, I am on my way to work. Thought I might want to shoot a little video. What do we want to talk about? I have some pretty good ideas right now of what I want to talk about. And I will be doing some different style of videos coming up soon. I want to get you guys input in on the hobby, your builds, your bikes, your collection. So I want to start doing videos like those. But today, we're going to talk about old timers of the BMX world. Old timers, I'm on y'all this morning. What do I mean by old timers? I mean the guys that's been in the hobby since the 70s. Whether you rode for Skyway, you rode for JMC, you rode for GT, or if you was just a hobbyist, or if you was just a guy that did tricks, flatland, or whatever you did, you was part of the hobby and you've been in the hobby since that time. I have found in almost the 5 years that I've been back into the hobby that those guys are difficult to deal with. What I mean by that is they don't have any patience. They don't want to answer too many questions. I've seen a number of posts that would say, if you ask too many questions, then basically the sale is not going through. It's not, it's not gonna, you're not gonna get it. He's not gonna get the money. And this has been a problem, actually. It's been a problem in the hot rod community too. And definitely in the BMX community. Now, I have found ways to kind of get around that. A lot of the old timers that I deal with, we're cool now. Some of them are just tired of repeating themselves over and over and over and over again. So I'm gonna take this story back some. I'm gonna take it back on when I got back into the hobby. So when I got back into the hobby, I only wanted to build, at that time it was build, but a little bit before that, I wanted to find the bike that I've always wanted, that this kid had in my apartments whenever I was little. I didn't know the year. I didn't know what model it was. I just knew that it was a GT. So I was going to recreate it myself. I already had OfferUp, which OfferUp is a place just like Craigslist or anything like that. You can buy, you can sell some stuff. A guy had a framing fork up there for $200. It was a dyno. It was a 92 dyno. It was a comp. So I went ahead and bought it, and I was like, okay, I don't remember everything on that bike, but I do remember that it was black. And it had the GT logos on it, and it had the fan mags. I couldn't remember the bars, I couldn't remember the brakes or nothing like that, but I did remember that the tires were stamped GT. So I started buying parts for this bike. I didn't even buy decals. I had a one-piece crank on it. It had a race sprocket on it. The bike ended up, I wasn't even done, and I was already over $700 into the bike. I was working on the bike one day. A buddy of mine sent me a message on Messenger, asked me what was I doing. I told him that I was working on my dyno. He said, well, hey, I'm part of this GT group. I'm going to send you an invite. He sent me an invite, and that's when the bug bit me. I started to be a part of a lot of groups. I'm over I'm a part of over 100 groups, and that's including fish, because I like fish, as far as like fish tanks and stuff like that, and hot rods. Majority of the groups that I'm a part of are BMX. So I started going buck wild, and I ended up selling that dyno that I was going to create as the GT, because I found out what year and what model that GT that I wanted was, and it was a 94 Performer. Now, I started buying all kinds of stuff left and right, and I never have gotten my hands on that bike right today. I came close, and I kept procrastinating on it. A guy was selling it on OfferUp. It was frame fork, bars, stem. It came with a bunch of parts, and I just passed it up. He wanted $400 for it, and by the time I went back to it, he had already sold it. So, but I am going to get my hands on one. I know a lot of guys are not part of the fan mag look, but I'm going to have those on that bike. So this is where the old timers come in at. Since I was new, you know, I have a bunch of questions. I have a lot of questions. I ask a lot of questions whenever I don't know something. That's normal. Soon as I ask a question, these guys are complaining. Here we go again. How many times have we heard that? He must be new. And I just laughed, because it's crazy, because the group is created to help out people like me at the time. And if you run across this video, especially if you're new, you have a ton of questions. Don't just go out there and just start buying stuff, because then you're going to get stuck with something that you want to get rid of. So, you know, you do get some guys that will help you. Then I started, you know, the more research I was doing, started noticing the same guys are doing the same thing on other groups. I've had a couple of issues with these old timers. One of them, I had posted up some JMC bars. There was, I have a video maybe about 2 or 3 years ago that I posted on the channel. They're first gen, no knurled. And to my beginners, the knurl that I'm talking about is the grip that's on the bottom part where the stem goes. It didn't have any knurl on there. And actually, now that I think about it, that's why a lot of those bars have crimp on it, because they slip every time. But anyways, I posted those bars on the JMC group. I had a lot of guys asking me, do you want to sell them? No, I don't want to sell them. I want you to give me some information on the bars, because I don't know. I had this guy that private messaged me. He kept bugging me if they were for sale over and over and over again. So we started talking about the hobby. He started talking about his hot rods. He started talking about his bikes. And he said either we could do a cash deal or we could do cash and parts. So I'm looking to see, well, could I use anything? Could this deal benefit me? And it didn't. My bars are worth more than what he was offering and what he was willing to give up. Every time I pointed out something, because he was telling me that he was looking to get out of the hobby. There's not too many things that he was looking for anymore, but you wanted my bars. Anyways, he didn't really have anything I wanted, so he wanted me to put a number on the bars. Well, if I don't have anything for sale, it's going to be a number that I'm going to be comfortable with. It's not going to be market value price. I think at the time, I think I put $1,500. This guy cussed me out up and down. I was all kinds of names. And I just started laughing. So the guy ended up messaging me back the next day. He apologized. He said he's sorry that that he talked to me like that. He's sorry that he disrespected me. What's a comfortable number that I can get them bars from you? By that time, I was already like, you're not getting the bars. I'm not gonna waste my time with you. Now you've already crossed that line. I don't even trust to even send these bars to you, and you send me the money, then for you to complain that the bars are, oh, he said that they were brand new and all this other stuff. So what I've learned now has actually changed from that time. So he apologized. I told him it's all good. Then when I didn't go for what he was offering for the bars, because he was offering $900. That's how much I paid for the bars too. I paid $900 for the bars. Now he offered $9 for them, and I told him no. There he goes again, going off again. You better not show those pictures to nobody. You better not send nobody to my house. And just going off. I'm like, wow, man, you got a problem, bro. You got a serious problem. I told him I have no interest on sending these pictures to anybody. It's a picture of your bikes in a basement. How much information can I get from that? Calm down. So I ended up leaving him alone. Weeks later, this same guy is selling parts above market value. That's the old timers for you. They do stuff like that. I've had another case to where they want to ask you how much you want for your part, for you to say, oh, I don't know, $500, and they'll hurry up and buy it. And I get it. I understand, buy low, sell high. But I'm not that guy. I'm not going, I'm smart enough to do research before I even give you a number. I've had another incident with another guy that cussed me out over my parts, my bike, and it was actually the Vector Free Play that I have on my channel. He got mad because I didn't want to sell it to him. He offered Cook Brothers. I don't want a Cook Brothers bike for this bike. My bike is a lot more rare than that Cook Brothers. Now, Cook Brothers parts, and that's a different story. Those parts are high dollar. Those parts cost damn near more than the frame. But of course, if you get into the 24s, then that's a completely different story. But I'm just talking about the 20s. So what I'm saying is, you old guys need to calm down. You are the senior of the hobby, and just share your knowledge. Have patience with these guys that are coming in, because you was once that guy. Don't sit there and beat up that guy because he's asking a question that you've heard 20 times. Beginners, if you guys just treat everybody that you're buying from like an old timer, like somebody that's been in the hobby for a long time with no patience. Treat them like Archie Bunker, basically. Because if you ask too many questions, they're going to ghost you. I think I didn't limited amount of questions that I would ask an old timer is 3 questions, and that's it. So if you got 15 questions, you better narrow it down to 3, because they don't want to waste their time answering your questions, because they know what they got. A lot of the times, 90% of the time, they got some very good stuff that they've been holding on for a long time, especially if it's a high dollar part. If he has a price on it, I wouldn't even waste my time even asking him a ton of questions, I would probably narrow it down to even one. But do your research first before you get involved with something like that. So that way you know what you're looking at. The old timers is y'all are slick. Y'all have no patience. And no matter how long that I would be in this hobby, I will not be that guy, because I understand the assignment. I understand that you're going to get asked a lot of questions. I get asked a lot of questions at the shows. I get asked a lot of questions about my bikes. I get asked a lot of questions on my YouTube channel, and I'm fine with answering them. That's why I created the channel, so that way if I don't know the answer, then it's on my channel. Oh, and if any one of y'all want to subscribe to my Facebook, I do have a BMX Trash Talk Facebook. You guys can go on there and you can ask your questions there. If I don't know it, somebody on there should help you. I do have a lot of guys on there that I've done deals with, business with. I do have some old timers on there too, so don't look for them to actually chime in on it. But this is just a little video for you new guys to be aware of what you are going to expect from an old timer. They don't have no patience. They want the conversation to be very short. They want the money fast, and they will deliver the part. So, if you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. Like the video, please. Share the video, please. Ring that notification bell. That way you catch my videos when they come out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.